Big 12 announces that the conference has agreed in principle to terms with Oklahoma and Texas departing the Big 12 following the 2023-2024 athletic year, 1 year earlier than it was originally announced. It was subject to final approval from the Texas and Oklahoma governing boards. The compensation to the Big 12 for the early withdrawals of the two schools totals $100 million in foregone distributable revenues, which Oklahoma and Texas will be partially offset with in the future revenue with those two schools leaving. I mean, they bring in a lot of money, but that's going to partially offset it. Originally, it was supposed to be 160 million, so it's down to 62.5%. So that's just doing the math right there, because originally it was 160 million. Of course, Brett Yormark has a quote in here, and I'm going to read just this one quote, because the other two is just a few are like universities and presidents and stuff. And it's going to be too lengthy, but I want to just go over what the commissioner had to say. As I have consistently stated, the conference would only agree to an early withdrawal if it was in our best interest for Oklahoma and Texas to depart prior to June 30th, 2025. By reaching this agreement, we are now able to accelerate our beginning as a 12-team league and move forward in earnest with our initiatives and future planning. I appreciate the approaches of Oklahoma president and the UT president to ensure an amicable conclusion to this process and look forward to the bright days ahead for the Big 12. Of course, the terms today, this is not a quote, the terms reached today are the byproduct of the conference members working towards a resolution that provides stability for all involved, and the details will continue to be finalized among all parties. Of course, we know starting July 1st, 2023, BYU, Central Florida, Cincinnati, and Houston will join the conference. It will be a 14-team league for only in all sports participated, if it's everybody involved, for just this 1 year, 2023-2024. It definitely makes sense, because you got to remember the college football playoff is going to expand in 2024. And we know USC and UCLA are going to be in the Big Ten by then too. So that makes a lot of sense. It's good for the conference anyway. Sure, it might hurt money-wise, but let's be clear. They were the issues in the conference in terms of bullying. Especially Texas made Texas A&M leave because of the Longhorn Network. They made Colorado leave. They made Nebraska leave. I mean, that's just stating the facts right there. So, to them I say, bye Felicia. I'm going to miss you in the Big 12. I'm not going to miss you at all. Nor your fan base. On a consistent basis. For in-person stuff. And it's going to help the Big 12 anyway. To have more parity, and in softball, for example, it's just Oklahoma's just that dominant, but it's still going to be Oklahoma State's good, and we know volleyball Texas is there, then it's Baylor, so it makes it a little bit more winnable for the volleyball side of things. Of course, not every team has every sport, and that scheduling stuff, at least they only have to figure out for the 14-team league for this 1 year in football, and of course 1 year for basketball. Because everybody has basketball. So, and of course, not every team has men's tennis, so it's going to be interesting with a little more teams, with 8, not just 6. And of course, everybody has women's tennis, I would think. That would be 14 of those. So, that's scheduling stuff is going to be figured out down the line. I'm not too worried about it. At least we know the scheduling for the football for the future years will not take this long, especially when this is a one-off schedule and everything. And you know what? I'd rather Baylor finish against Oklahoma with 2 straight wins over them 2 straight losses. I mean, and yeah, Baylor has to play Texas again in football this year. I know. So hopefully that'll be a win, just for one last time's sake. And it gives every team in the Big 12 some more motivation to beat Oklahoma and Texas and send them out with an L for one last time, or the only time for some of these schools who even get to play one of them or both of them, or you know what I'm saying. So this is really a good thing because this way there's no divas off the field in terms of bullying. So, and I'm excited for the Big 12 and the new Big 12 anyway. And the SEC is going to have to just deal with Texas. They're the issue in all this. I mean, they made Colorado leave, like I said. Not really Missouri, Nebraska. They made Texas A&M leave. So, anyways, if you like this content, like and subscribe. I see you guys later. Let's give me 500 subscribers. We're on the road to it. Let's go. And we'll wait and see about the other stuff for the Big 12. If there's going to be any more teams added or anything at a different date. We'll have to wait and see on that information.